Clara Monroe sat alone at a candlelit table in one of the city's most elegant restaurants. Soft Christmas music floated through the air, blending with the laughter of families and the clinking of glasses. Twinkling lights blurred as tears filled her eyes. The deep green dress she had chosen so carefully now felt pointless, like she was dressed for a moment that never arrived. Across from her, an empty chair waited. Her phone buzzed. A message from Evan. "I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I need someone simpler. Someone without so much baggage." "Have a good holiday." Baggage. That was his word for the infertility diagnosis she'd received 6 months earlier. At first, he had promised support. He talked about adoption, about possibilities. But when hope became complicated, he walked away. Clara pressed her napkin to her face, fighting the urge to cry in public. She should leave, go home, spend Christmas Eve alone in her apartment. But she didn't move. "Are you sad?" Clara looked up. A little girl stood beside her table, no more than 4 years old. She wore a red velvet dress trimmed with white fur and clutched a worn teddy bear under one arm. Her light brown hair was tied into a tiny ponytail that stuck straight up. "Yes, sweetheart," Clara said softly. "I am." "Why?" "I was supposed to have dinner with someone, but he didn't come." The girl frowned deeply. "That's not nice. My daddy says you should always keep promises." Clara smiled through her tears. "Your daddy sounds very wise." "He is," the girl said proudly. "The smartest daddy in the whole world. Where is he?" The girl pointed across the room to a man seated with 2 older women. He looked tired but kind, scanning the restaurant with worry in his eyes. "That's my daddy. And my grandma, and my other grandma. They're talking about boring stuff." Before Clara could respond, a voice called out, "Lily!" The man hurried over, relief washing over his face. "I'm so sorry," he said. She wandered off. "I hope she wasn't bothering you." "Not at all," Clara replied. "She's wonderful. I'm helping," Lily announced. "She's sad because someone broke a promise." The man's expression softened as he noticed Clara's tears and the empty seat. "I'm really sorry," he said gently. "Christmas Eve is a hard night to be let down." "I should probably go," Clara said. "No," Lily said firmly. "Everyone should have Christmas dinner." "Lily..." The man warned softly. She crossed her arms. "Grandma says kindness matters most at Christmas." Clara hesitated, then laughed quietly. "If the invitation is real, I'd love to stay." Lily's face lit up like the Christmas tree behind them. At the table, the grandmothers welcomed Clara without question. Dinner unfolded with warmth and laughter. Lily chatted nonstop, fed Clara bites of dessert, and insisted she sit close. Clara learned the man's name was Daniel. He was a pediatric nurse. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier. "She keeps me going," Daniel said quietly, glancing at Lily. Later, Lily climbed into Clara's lap, sleepy and warm. "You smell like flowers," she murmured. Clara's heart ached. Holding a child like this had once been her dream. "Clara," Lily whispered, "can you be my new mom?" The table fell silent. Daniel froze. "Lily, honey, it's okay," Clara said gently. "Sometimes grown-ups need time." Lily nodded seriously. "Okay, then you can take your time. But don't disappear," Clara smiled. "I won't." Christmas Day turned into another visit, then another. Slowly, Clara allowed herself to hope, not for the child she couldn't have, but for the family she never expected. 6 months later, Daniel brought her back to the same restaurant. Lily stood in front of her holding a small box. "Will you marry my daddy and be my mom forever?" she asked. Inside was a sapphire ring. Clara cried happy tears as she said yes. Because sometimes the person who saves you comes in the smallest form. And sometimes family is built not by blood, but by choosing each other,